Okay, back now in the second video. We're gonna start on the menu screen. In the menu screen we're gonna put another user interface thing here. So it's gonna be the list picker. This list picker here, it's gonna load all the chat rooms that we create on the create chat room screen. So this one here, I'm gonna use 100 per 100. I'm gonna use an image in here, so I'm gonna load some image here, upload file. I'm gonna put a label up on the part, so it's gonna be named chat rooms. Font bold. So when the person clicks on this button here, it's gonna load all the chat rooms that are created, so we can enter in one of them. So for this we're gonna need the Firebase component. Now we're gonna go to the blocks part. When it's initialized, we're gonna go and get the Firebase component tag list. We're gonna get and use the project bucket, the same as we used on the create chat rooms. So we're gonna go there. So back here, the project bucket is chat rooms. I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna go to the menu. I'll have to put the blocks again. So this one here, and also the project bucket. I'm gonna load chat rooms. So after we load all the list, we're gonna need the tag list event. In the tag list event we are going to create a variable. The name is gonna be list of all chats. It's gonna be an empty list. So we're gonna grab this, and the value gonna load all the list of chats. Now we're gonna need to get the list picker. Before picking, we're gonna grab the we're gonna need another variable, so list of all chats 2. So the list of all chats 2, we're gonna turn the list to CVC row list and grab the first list. we're gonna create the third one. So this one here, we're gonna replace all text. Grab the chat list of all chats too. It's what we're gonna change. The segment is gonna be this one here, and then we're gonna replace for actually nothing. So now we're gonna load on the elements from string the list of all chats tree. Now after we pick one of the chats, we're gonna go and get the open another screen restart value. We also gonna need a tiny database back in the blocks. We're gonna grab on the list pick the selection, so the start value is gonna be the selection. We're gonna use the time database to store a value. It's gonna be the name, so value to store name. The tag, it's gonna be username, and we're gonna go to the chat room screen. So for this screen is this. Now we're gonna create the chat room screen. In the chat room screen, we are going to use our horizontal arrangement. It's gonna be fill parent, and the height is 48. We're gonna use the indigo, or you can choose to light blue or another color. So in this, we're gonna need a button to come back. So this thing here, or is the arrangement, is on the left, and the vertical align is center. So this button here is the button return. We're gonna set 48 per 48, and the image I'm gonna upload the new file. So this button is to return to the other page. We're gonna need a label. This label here is the name of the chat, so chat name. Under this one here, we're gonna create another horizontal arrangement. This time is none for the background color. In this one here, we're gonna need a text box to send the message, and a button to send the message. So the text box is actually the message. We're gonna set the color as light gray. 8%, and enter a message as the hint. The button we can set as 48. And the image so this button here is button send message. This arrangement we're gonna get and put center. After that we're gonna use vertical scroll arrangement. This one here is fill parent. We're gonna set as center, and here we need a label to load all the messages. So we're gonna put a font bold messages. This one here is message. We're gonna need the Firebase component again. On the storage we're gonna need a time database. On the user interface we're gonna need a notifier. So on the blocks part, first if it's back pressed or the button return is pressed, we're gonna close the screen. So close screen. When this screen is initialized, we're gonna grab the chat name text, and it's gonna load the get start value. We're gonna need a variable that we're gonna call username. So the username, using the time database, we're gonna get a value, and the tag is username also. After that, on Firebase we're gonna get a value. The value is gonna be the chat name. The tag, it's gonna be chat name. So we're gonna get the value of this chat name that we picked on the other screen. So we're gonna need the got value event. The got value event, we're gonna need a variable. This one here is message. So the messages are the value. After doing that, on the button send message, we're gonna use a if statement. The if statement is if it's empty, the message text box. So if it's empty, we're gonna show our alert. So it's gonna be enter a valid message. In here we're gonna go and get the store value of Firebase. The tag is the actual chat name. The value to store is gonna be using the join, so you're gonna need 5 strings. The last one is the message text label text. The first one is the username, so we're gonna grab the username. In here we're gonna use the 2 dots, so this space here. We're gonna set the message text box text, and also we're gonna give a enter. After we do that, we're gonna grab another Firebase event called Firebase data change. In the Firebase data change, we're gonna set an if statement. We're gonna check if the tag is equal to the chat name. If is equal, we're gonna set the message label. To the value of this data change event. Back in the button send message, we're gonna go in chat room. We're gonna hide the keyboard, and also we're gonna set the message text box to 0, to nothing. So we're gonna grab the text from the message text box, and then we're gonna set as a empty string, and in the got value we're gonna actually set the text as the global message. So in the menu I'm gonna now set my token and URL for this thing to work. So I'm gonna go and create chat rooms. I'm gonna copy my URL. On menu I need to set the URL and also the token. In the chat room I'm gonna need the token and the URL as well. So I'm gonna copy this chat room. Okay. So in the menu, as we can see, there's no login system yet, so the name is gonna be actually your name, so I won't be able to show another person using the chat, just the your name. But for now I'm gonna export and see if this thing is working. So I'm gonna go and save the APK to my computer. So back here, I'm gonna install the application on my emulator here. Okay, now I'm gonna enter the NewChatApp. I'm gonna go on create chat rooms. I'm gonna create a new chat room. So for this we need to go to the database and set the page of the database. So on the real-time database we can activate. I'm gonna put this as background. I'm gonna come here and create Superfly chat. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna close. So actually the chat room is created on the Firebase component, on the Firebase project, as you can see. But I don't know why it's not showing this. So I had to remove the actual arrangement that was with the label and the listpicker. I don't know what was happening, that was not showing, so I just removed the arrangement and put another one. So in the menu here, we're gonna click here and you see the Superfly chat that we created. We're gonna click here. It's gonna go to the chat room. So as you can see here, enter the first message. We're gonna enter a new message. Oh, I forgot something. On the blocks part, on the create chat rooms, not create the chat room screen. When you're gonna store the value, we're gonna need to save the Firebase. We're gonna need to change the project bucket. We also gonna need the project bucket here. So it's chat rooms. In the project bucket here, chat rooms. And also here, so let me check if it's the same as we created. So it's chat rooms. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the menu. We're gonna export again. So this one here, we're gonna actually exclude, delete. We're gonna close this app here. I'm gonna install again in the emulator. So I'm gonna enter now again. So click on the button, select Superfly. So it's showing the enter the first message. I'm gonna enter new message from first user, and now it's gonna change here. So to show that this is actually a chat room, I'm gonna go and create a new chat room. I'm gonna create now chat room room 1. I'm gonna save it. So now we have another one here called chat room 1. I didn't put the reload button, so if I click here it's not gonna show. I'm gonna go back here. Okay, now click here, click on chat room, and you see enter the first message. I'm gonna enter anything here, and you can see as the chat room 1 is different from the Superfly chat. So for this video this is it. On the next one I'm not sure what we're gonna do next, but probably the login system. So this is it.